Queenslander Simon Dorante Day has, for many years, been on a mission to prove that he is the eldest son of now King Charles and Camilla. He says that he was conceived when Camilla was 18 and Charles 17, and then adopted to a friend of the Queen's staff. You can watch his full backstory by clicking this link. And there's a fresh twist in his royal paternity case in the wake of the Queen's death. The 56-year-old says he's been inundated with requests from media and royal watchers around the world in the days following the Queen's passing. Many are keen to know his next steps in the controversial case. Speaking exclusively to 7news.com.au, Dorante Day revealed his thoughts on the Queen's death.
Well, obviously, I'm sad. I mean, it's the morning, firstly, of an opportunity of solving this thing politely, and maybe we should say the right way. Disappointment at the whole process, and there's also anger. I mean, there's obviously going to be anger there as well. It's mixed emotions at the moment, but like everybody, we're all going through a mourning process. I mean, as an English person myself, I grew up with the Queen. The Queen's always been there, so to lose her is quite significant.
The news of the Queen's death was broken to Simon by his youngest daughter.
I found out two ways. My wife and I were asleep in bed when our daughter Miriam came in and let us know, and she said, "Hey, Dad, the Queen's passed away," and she was quite sad because, being one of the younger ones, she sees her as possibly her great-grandmother. So she's lost that opportunity too. My son was out working because he works night shifts, and he texted me about 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get that until after I got up, but he texted me and let me know. And he's the opposite way. He, what have they done for us? What have they done to come to help you, Dad? They can't even come clean or speak the truth. It's different attitudes from the children depending on their experience of it.
Simon has released lots of photos of he and his family that he says is proof he is a secret royal, and in particular those who bear resemblance to Queen Elizabeth.
It's hard at the moment because every time I look at one of them I see her. So, I mean, that kind of brings the grief on. I mean, a lot of my friends are also mourning that the Queen's passed, and they're quite sad. And to see them brings it back. It's right in your face. It's not something you can ignore. Yeah, I mean, it's not just the royal family. It's the Shan family. On the page, we've gone back to many lines of the royal family, and you can see facial features, and you can, everyone can see that for themselves. And sure, that's enough to ask the question. This is the reason why I went to court back in 2018 was, what would I need to do that? I've been told what I need to do that. I'm in the middle of putting it all together. It's not simple. It's even less simple when you're doing it yourself. I know what happened to me. It's my life. It's me explaining myself. I know they happened. There's not a question in my mind. The question is why. And as I've said, the state of the UK owes me an answer. As an adopted child, I'm a ward of the state just like every other adopted child, and I have a right to know these answers. So yeah, there's disappointment that I never got to meet her. There's disappointment that I never heard her side of the story, but there's also disappointment at the way the system's dealt with the whole thing. And I will persist to get answers for those. It's not a difficult question. I've been to court. I've shown that I do have the evidence that I need to ask this question. The anger is at not getting that dealt with, not getting just the simplest answer is frustrating. To me, there's a mountain in front of me, whether it's male or female, whether it's the Queen or whether it's Charles. I've still got that mountain to climb to get to the truth. And that's what it is about, is the truth.
So is Simon intimidated that the man he's seeking answers from is now king?
Not really. No, like I said, the mountain doesn't change. It's still a mountain. I'm going to climb it. So I've got to climb it to get over it. That's the way it is.
And honestly, we appreciate being given the opportunity to let him know that we haven't given up and he'll still see us. We have not given up, and we will address him via law, LAW, and law, LORE. And why I say Lore, L-O-R-E, is because I'm an Indigenous Australian from both Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander tribal groups here in Australia.
Guys, do not play this game. I've never seen a brain twister